Hey, what's poppin', Journey Squad? It's your girl, and I am back with another video. What's up to all of my new supporters? If you are new, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to your girl because it's always litty than a titty over here. Also, make sure you guys go and shop with me. Go check me out. The link is in the description box, and then I'll also be leaving it on the screen right here. So go and check your girl out. We about to get into this story time because I know a lot of y'all is interested. So let's go. Okay, y'all, so this is gonna be a juicy story time. Okay, I have videos, okay, numerous of videos on how you need to be safe on webcam modeling, and somebody gave me an idea to start doing story times about webcam modeling, and I was like, you know what, I got a couple, let me do it. So this story time, it's not really long or whatever, it's not a dragged out story, it's just kind of boom boom bam. So I'm gonna be telling y'all, I can't even really believe I'm telling y'all this, but I'm gonna tell y'all this because I love y'all, okay? Periana. But anyway, you guys, so anyway, this happened a couple years ago too, so I might forget some details, but no, not really, because this was like life changing. But still, I don't know. Anyway, if I leave some stuff out, I'll do a part 2. Anyway, so I was on webcam, you know what I'm saying, doing my This Naive, and it was one customer. He would come in there all the time, and he would always spend money. But I had a lot of those. But he, like, every time I would pop online, like, he was in there in less than like 10-15 minutes of me being like online. So I pay attention to a lot of stuff, and a lot of my regulars anyway, I would write their name down, like their username and stuff like that, because, you know, sometimes I would do shout outs, you know what I'm saying, on my regular customers. So this man would come in there so much, like I said, 10-15 minutes of me being online, he would be in there. So one day he had took me private. I was ready to do my This Naive, and before I can even like really like, you know what I'm saying, start, he just, you know, started asking me like questions and shit. So like personal questions, and I'm just like, okay, like why is he asking me stuff? But because I didn't want to lose no money, y'all know, like I told y'all in my other videos, you gotta have your lies ready. You gotta be ready to lie when it comes to webcam modeling, because these dudes be probing and you don't want to give out too much information. So he was asking me like my real name, what school did I go to, where was I from. I looked at familiar, and he had never done this before, ever. So I was like, you know, giving him my lies. Oh, my name is Patricia. Bitch, I went to Elman High School. Like, them ain't the real names that I gave him, but I was just, you know what I'm saying, was just giving him the shit that I had already made up. So he was like, well, I really want to get to know you on a different level. I can give you $500 right now if you let me get to know you on a personal level. So I'm like, okay. So I'm like, all right, whatever, cool. He was like, well, do you have a number? So I had gave him my text free number. Okay, remember what I told y'all, never give out y'all number. Gave him my text free number. Bitch, within minutes, he was texting it. So I'm sitting here like, this is weird. Like, this is weird. He just kept texting me like, oh, I'm in love with you. I really want to see you. I want to get to know you. I spent a lot of money on you. Da, 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 da. Which he did, no lie, he did. He spent a lot of money with me. But it was still like, you know what I'm saying, regardless of how much money somebody spent on you, you still got to set boundaries. And I would always tell him that, you know, like, you know, thanks for the money and I really do appreciate you or whatever, but, you know, I have to set boundaries for myself because I want to be safe. He used to hit me with the, you're always going to be safe with me, you don't have to worry. But meanwhile, you text me in the middle of the night, you text me during the day, you constantly just blowing up my text free number, you know what I'm saying? Well, to the point, like, it started to get so weird. So one day, he hit me with, what did he say? I know you're probably sleeping right now, I can see you sleeping, or something like that. Something with me sleeping and he could see me. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, how can you see me sleeping? So I started to get like freaked out. And this is what I told y'all in them other videos. You got to be careful about the information you give out, because sometimes you can say the wrong thing or you can slip up. And then, you know, so in one of my lives, when I was on there, I ended up telling somebody that I was from Cleveland, Ohio. And it just went downhill from there. This man started being like, oh, I know you're in Cleveland. I know what school you went to. Like, he just started naming off shit that was true. This is why I told y'all, you got to be careful when you fucking with these websites, because even if somebody just gets your name, your first, your last name, is over with. Like, they can Google you, and although a bunch of people and you might have the same name, they can get down to the get down. So if you got mug shots, if you got anything on your ass, bitch, they can find out your addresses, where you lived at, where you used to live at. Shorty. So he started naming off stuff, and I'm just sitting here like, oh my God, like, are you serious? Like, what in the actual fuck is going on here? And I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, like, the first thing I told him was, that's not me. When he started like naming off the schools I went to, where I used to live at and stuff like that or whatever, I'm like, that's not me. Meanwhile, the address that I had, or like, cause I Googled myself to see, and sure enough, a lot of my addresses, my old addresses and stuff did come up. But the address that they were showing, I didn't live at. So I was like, okay, cool. He don't know this much. So I had contacted one of my friends who was also a webcam model, and I was like, girl, I want to know how the fuck I can get this shit off the internet, and you know, blah, blah, blah. She was like, it could take a minute. Like, she was just telling me a whole bunch of other stuff, and I was getting even more scared, because you know, when you get somebody's opinion and you like, okay, I'm sure this is the right stuff to do, but you get somebody else's opinion and no, that ain't the case. Like, you see that you about to have to jump through hoops. I was just getting so, like, I was getting scared. So when he started naming stuff off, I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was getting so scared. Then I contacted the website that I was working for, and, you know, to block him, because at this point, I don't care how much money you spend. I don't care how many more dollars I'm not going to see from you. At this point, my safety is involved. So I, you know, reached out to the webcam site that I was working for, and I'm like, yo, like, this man is weird. He naming off where I live and stuff. Although they did try to tell me, like, oh, basically kind of like, it was kind of my fault, because I did end up slipping up, you know, like where I was from by accident. And then you're live, so it ain't like you can go and backtrack. You know what I'm saying? You live, so if people catch it, they catch it, you know. So because, bitch, that's a lot of lies to keep up with. Okay, I only can keep up with so many lies, you know. So, and I'm so used to screaming, I'm from Cleveland. So at that point, I don't know why, you know what I'm saying, what was going over my mind. And a lot of times I be tipsy when I be webcam, because you got to be some type of something dealing with them people. So I reached out to the webcam site, and they was trying to tell me, like, oh, you have to be more careful of your words, but we will block him, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, they'll block his username. It's not like they, you know, blocking his IP address. He can just go and make another page and get right back on there, which is exactly what he did. So they blocked him, you know what I'm saying, his username completely off the website, and then turn around and he made another one, which I figured anyway. It took me a couple days to figure it out. I'm like, okay, well, if they blocked him, I wonder if they blocking his IP address. No. All they did was just block that username. He turned right back around and made another username. Now this is the second time. Now at this point, I deleted his number and stuff out of the what you call that? Not WhatsApp, but out of my text free. I was like, you know, I'm done. I'm cool on that. You know what I'm saying? I start beating myself up, because I preach to a lot of people how to, you know what I'm saying, make sure you be safe on sites like this. But I wasn't even taking in my own words, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't taking precautions. So he turned around and made a new page and came right back in there. And at first he was just spending money, like, so I could notice him. He was just spending money, just throwing tokens. I'm talking 1,000 tokens here, 500 tokens there, 2,000 tokens here. Like, he was just spending money. And I was like, okay, who is this dude? You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, a lot of my big spenders, I will write their names down, or on certain websites, your big spenders name will come up in like a certain color, so you know them like one of your big spenders. So his name was not colored, so I was like, okay, he's just coming in here to want to spend, you know, for whatever reason. Which in a lot of cases, a lot of times that would happen. You know, you have dudes that are just entering your room and you just that B, so they'll just start spending. So I'm like, okay, so maybe he just one of them. But then he starts saying my government name in the room. Like, he just kept saying my government name. But while he's saying my government name, he's spending money. So I banned him out of my room. Boom. Time go by, like I said, probably a couple hours or whatever. Then he get the text to me. I'm just like, oh my God. So this is the freaky part, okay? And this is why I tell y'all have to be careful. While this number is texting me, the person is like, oh, I can see you now. You have on your red tank top. I don't know what I was wearing, like a red halter top and some panties or whatever, and you looking real good. Now, I'm on webcam still receiving these messages. So I'm sitting here like, okay, so this obviously somebody who paid for my number, because like I told you how y'all can make a lot of money. You can get people to like pay for your phone number, your you know, your Snapchat, your Twitter, all that stuff. You can get people to pay for it. So a lot of times I would charge people like $50 for a fucking text-free number, and a lot of people will buy. So I'm like, okay, this is just somebody who in a room and they're trying to freak me out. But then again, they start saying my government name and shit like that. So I'm like, this is still this man. Like, this is him again from a whole nother number. So right at this point, I'm just like, you know what, bro, I'm done. Like, I'm not finna keep going back and forth, because like, this is weird. Like, this is crazy. I reached out to the webcam site that I work for again. Thank God my webcam, like the people that I was working for, the site I was working for, they act fast with situations like that. So they was like, okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I gave him the number, like I gave them his number and what the two usernames was. Now, the first username, they had blocked it. The second username, they blocked it. And I was like, I don't know what y'all can do to like completely block the IP address, but it's not like this part. Obviously, the dude had money, because it would just be coming in there spending. So he can easily go get another phone or another computer, laptop, or whatever he was watching me on, he can just go get another one. So completely like just blocking him or anything, you know what I'm saying, was just, it was dumb. It wasn't even really no point. So at this point, I was just like, bro, I'm just not gonna webcam for a while. So needless to say, I did not webcam for weeks, even though, you know, that was like my main source of income. Good thing I had a little bit of savings, literally a little bit of savings that got me through for them couple weeks. So I could just, you know, let him like leave me alone. So a couple weeks go by, I don't hear nothing from him. He don't hear nothing from me. I don't hear nothing. Boom. I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna get back online. I'm starting to run low on money. I'm finna get back online and I'm finna do what it do. Y'all, I wasn't online long, and boop, somebody else he come right back in there. Same thing over again. Spending hella tokens, spending big tokens, 500 there, 200 there, 300 there, just spending a bunch of tokens. And I'm ignoring him. And in your room, like depending on what site you work for, you can have moderators, basically kind of like security guards, who if you don't see something or if you're doing something, they can moderate, you know what I'm saying, what goes on in your room, what people say, what people are doing. So my moderators already, you know what I'm saying, had a discussion with my moderators and had told them what was going on and all this stuff. So my moderators was aware. So my moderators see the dude tipping, you know, they telling him thank you, trying to get questions out of him, ask who he was. And then finally he say his name. Now it was so crazy when he said his name, because I knew a couple people that I had actually went to school with this name. So I'm like, okay, now it's really getting fucking weird. So my moderators texted me like, do you want us to kick him out? Or, I mean, he tipping big, like, what do you want us to do? So I'm like, you know what, let him stay in here unless, you know, some fishy shit go down, or if he get to saying something or something like that, he can stay in here. So he steady tipping, you know, my moderator's getting questions, you know, asking him questions and getting answers out of him or whatever. And what the hell? What the fuck? He did it again. Hold on, y'all. Yeah. This was like the third time when he did it again. And after a while, we had stopped ignoring him. We started ignoring him because he had stopped tipping. So we was like, okay, you know what, bro? We just about to not, like, we not finna say nothing else to you. Like, I'm not finna say nothing else to you. So he started getting mad. Like, he started to get real mad. So I'm sorry, I'm trying to piece together the story and not leave nothing out. Yeah, that was like the third time. Okay, yeah, so he started to get like mad, and at this point I'm just like, okay, there's no way I'm gonna get away from this dude. He know my full name, he knows stuff about me, you know what I'm saying, and I really don't know what else to do. I'm not finna not work because of one person. But not only that, he was in a room saying my government name, so it's a room full of thousands of dudes and females who now know my government name. So long story short, basically what I had to do was just completely leave that site alone. And that was like one of my money makers. I had to leave that site alone, and I went on to a new site. Baby, the site that I started to work for after that was even better, but still that was one of my big sites, you know. So it kind of sucks when you gotta, you know, take a loss because of your slip up. That's why I try to tell y'all in my other videos, like, you have the webcam, you gotta be careful. There can't be no slip ups. You know what I'm saying? Not saying like almost like your life is on the line. You know what I'm saying? Because these people be weird. You know what I'm saying? You watch the news, you see how weird people is. You got sex trafficking going on. You got people who just grabbing people nowadays. You don't want none of them problems. You want to make money, but you don't want them problems, so you have to take precaution. And at this time, you know what I'm saying, I was still kind of new in the game a little bit. Well, I wouldn't say I was new. I really wasn't new in the game, but I was just loose at the lips. I was too comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I was making a lot of money, and I was being too comfortable with a lot of these dudes. And that's one thing I try to stress to y'all. Don't do it. Now, today, I don't do any type of webcamming. I let all of that go. I focus on my business. I focus on my YouTube, and I focus on my 9 to 5. I don't focus on nothing that got to do with webcamming. I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying, oh, don't do it because of my experiences. Just do it better than what I did, period. So, yeah, and then ever since I left that website, I have not seen or heard from that man, period. So, yeah, you guys, that's pretty much the story time. Just make sure y'all be safe, even in the strip club. You know what I'm saying? I had incidents in the strip club. That's a whole nother story time for a whole nother day, baby. So, yeah, just be careful. Just make sure you pay attention to your surroundings. I mean, this is even on webcam and off of webcam. Just be careful, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention to things. You know, this sex trafficking is crazy now, for real. Like, it's really getting out of hand. So you definitely want to pay attention to stuff like that when you walking out the store, or, you know what I'm saying, you by yourself. Ladies especially, make sure you pay attention to your surroundings. If you know you parked all the way at the end of the parking lot, try to see if you can get somebody to walk you to your car, or, you know what I'm saying, have you a taser, some mace, hell, a gun, anything, you know what I mean, just to protect yourself, because people out here is weird and crazy. And yeah, so you guys, that is pretty much it. I really do love you guys. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to your girl. Also, go and check out my website. I got new styles coming out soon. Also, I don't really feel like I can't say that because you never know, but we are growing, and I really want to do promos. But I think I'm gonna wait a little bit to do some promos. But yeah, I do want to start doing more business videos as my business is growing. I definitely want to start doing more business videos. You know, just good. We got a lot of new stuff coming for the channel. I told y'all we're gonna be going car shopping soon. Hey, so we're gonna be doing that. So we just got a lot of new stuff coming. I'm gonna be vlogging more. It's gonna be a lot of new stuff coming to the channel. So just make sure y'all stay tuned. Also, it's gonna be time to go shopping for some new backdrops, because I know y'all getting sick and tired of my little Ford's backdrop. But I love nature, so trying to get y'all to love some nature, honey. Healthy environment. No, I'm just playing. Anyway, I love you guys so much. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to your girl. Peace.